Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, of the late version. We should call this the late show. What do you think? The late show? Does that work? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So I'm just going to prattle on here for a little bit until we see if we can get some people here. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Let's see what's going on with this. Looks a little crooked to me, huh? Yeah, looks a little crooked. Hey, Samantha, good to see you. Yay, I'm glad to see you. This feels a little crooked to me, but that's okay. It's good to see you, Samantha. I hope that you're having a great day. I made a mistake yesterday and I drank some cozy coffee, which is this mixture of coffee and cocoa powder and sweetener and oh good, I'm glad you're having a great day. And it's just a mixture of all these. You can't drop your channel link. Oh, I know. If you're if I get an admin on here, then they can drop your link for you. Okay. Yeah. And just for safety, people can't drop a link just in case it's, you know, not crochet related. But I don't mind dropping links, so that's not a problem. Hello, Patty Barker. It is good to see you. Good to see you today. Um, so yeah, I drank some cozy coffee. I know, Samantha. If a moderator comes on, then I'll have them drop a link for you. Okay. Oop, that's my dog. She's walking between my tripod here. So happy Friday to everyone, and I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I had a hard time sleeping last night because of my cozy coffee, all that caffeine running through my veins, and then I was thinking, do you ever have a night where your brain just keeps going and you just think about everything? Sweetie, you're going to have to go ask Nana if you want it out. I just gave you everything that I have. It's my Rosie girl. She's asking me for something, probably to go outside again. She just came in. Go on, go see Nana. Go on, go see Nana. She's smart, but she can't open the door because she doesn't have thumbs. So she's trying. Okay, hold on just a minute. Sit. Good girl. What a good girl. You're going to give me your paw? What a good girl. So I am in Central Florida currently. And, oh, thank you, Nana. Okay, that makes her happy. So Nana must be watching because she heard that the door needed to be opened. It's just pushed too, but yeah, you know, she's used to being waited on hand and foot. She's a little spoiled dog, even though she's about 70 pounds. So I'm in Central Florida, West Central Florida right now. Hey, Alice. Hey, happy Friday to you. And so that's where I am currently. It's a little chilly today. I'm very pleasantly surprised. And so we're having a little bit of a chilly day, but the sun is bright blue with a fluffy white clouds. So it really is a pretty day, very pretty day. So yeah, I had cozy coffee yesterday. It was delicious. I enjoyed it. I didn't even drink. I had my big pug mug, but I didn't even drink half of it. Oh, thank you, Alice. Thank you. That is so sweet. And so anyway, it apparently packed a punch because it had the cocoa in it. It had I used Hershey's cocoa powder, and then I had mixed it up a while ago. I got this recipe from the Farm and Pastor's Wife, and so she had the recipe for cozy coffee, and I made it with oh, let me do this. There we go. Okay, there we go. And I made it with sugar substitute, and for you know, keeping the sugar down purposes. And so it's really, really good, but it's an instant type coffee, right? So it has the instant coffee, it has cocoa powder, it has sweetener, it has powder non-dairy creamer, and I think that's it. I think that's all it has in it. Oh, you're welcome, Samantha. Thank you to Alice for putting that up for us. And so anyway, it's really, really yummy, really creamy, and you can mix it with hot water or hot milk. I use hot water, and then you take Italian sweet creamer, the liquid version, the coffee mate version, and you top it off with that. And you're supposed to put um, like the canned whipped cream on top just to make it like to send it over the top. But I didn't do that. I didn't want to send me over the top. So I did that yesterday afternoon, and yeah, I was awake, and I went and laid down in bed, and I thought, oh, I'm going to be able to sleep. And then my mind started thinking and thinking and thinking about kitchen cabinets and about brick and about pouring the concrete in the footers this coming Tuesday. And I'm so excited in the new house. For those of you who are new, we are building a house in Tennessee and in East Tennessee, and not too far from, about 2 hours from Asheville, North Carolina, and about 40 minutes from Pigeon Forge. And the reason it's 40 minutes is because of traffic. I'm going to tell you that. It's really not that far from Pigeon Forge. And so we're building a home in East Tennessee. And if you look at my other videos, you can see a couple of them that show, where we're going to be building and the view that we're going to have. It's just going to be so lovely. And so my mind started whirling, when can I have to pick out brick, this place that that is local, that has brick. It doesn't have a way to choose it on the internet, and then getting a local kitchen designer, a cabinet maker, to look at that for us. I'm gonna have to get up there and get things rolling. I was told to get things rolling because things are backed up, and so if I get things rolling now, then we won't have to wait at every single stop. If we start getting things scheduled now, it'll be better. Apparently there was, oh, it's very exciting. Apparently, there was a little bit of a building boom in that area. And so who knew, plumbers would be backed up weeks, electricians, the block layers, the even the concrete people, they were, it had to be scheduled 3 weeks in advance. It was scheduled 2 weeks ago this week. So, hey, Susan, it's good to see you. Good to see you. So, anyway, we have all that going on. Blah, blah, blah. I know I'm talking a lot, right? So, I set my alarm. My alarm went off. I was like, okay, get up. And then I went right back to sleep. Can you believe that? I know. I can't believe it either. For those of you who've been on my channel for a while, you can totally believe it. So I've got my Diet Coke here going, and I even skipped the coffee today because I need something cool and refreshing to wake me up. And I wish that I could open up a window, then I'd get a chill and it would feel so good. The only problem with guzzling a Diet Coke is the bubbles. So, hey, I was looking online. Hey, Linda, good to see you. And I was looking online last night, and I found well, actually, I was on Instagram, and then I went over to Pinterest. I'm stuck on Instagram right now because there are a lot of crocheters out there that are posting some really neat content on Instagram. Probably a lot better than even, Facebook and even YouTube. I don't know. So I've been on Instagram and they've been, posting up all of these new things. And so then I popped over to Pinterest last night and I found a pattern. It's called rustic Christmas tree ornament. And um, so it was basically, it looked like three like bells with little ruffle, on the end, and they were stacked. It was crocheted, stacked, and then it had like a rustic twine sewn through the middle up to the top, and then a loop. So it was very rustic, and then there was like a little twine bow at the top. And so it looked like a Christmas tree. It looked just like a little Christmas tree, and it was super cute. And so each little, section of the tree was sewn separately. Of course, the bottom one was the tallest one, and then the second one was the middle. And oh my goodness, it's a balmy 20 degrees Fahrenheit there. Thank goodness for working on an Afghan. Yeah, that Afghan's going to keep you warm. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. That's so awesome, though. That is so awesome. So, I don't even know what the temperature is here today. Guaranteed it's not 20 Celsius. Guaranteed. So, anyway, we, yeah, so anyway, I saw that last night and I thought, you know what? I'm going to try that. Um, so I thought that if I did it in colors like this silver, and this has metallic on it. So I thought, well, if I did, a couple of them in silver and a couple of them in the metallic red that I have, and I have a metallic green. I have two or three different shades of metallic green. I think two. One is kind of like a light grass green kind of a color, and it has the metallic on it. And then the other one is, you're in Missouri. Okay. You are definitely a little cooler than I am today. And then the other one is kind of like a almost like an olive green. So I thought if I did different shades with the sparkle yarn. Oh, and then I have, a red, like a Christmassy red with a sparkle. This is all I love this yarn, metallic. And actually it's not I love this yarn. It is Red Heart with Love. Sorry. Red Heart with Love. Hey, Wanda. And so I've got lots of it because I had gotten this on sale at Ollie's last year, I think. And so I scooped it up, and I'm glad I did because I've got a whole abundance of this. And I have beautiful red, and I have a royal blue, and I just think that this would look really pretty, all on the tree. So I'm getting ready to do some tree ornaments because a lot of the ornaments that I had last year on the tree, they were all crochet. It was my crochet Christmas tree. It was a little 4-foot tree. It was actually really 3 feet tall. It was the last foot, or at least the last, I don't know, half foot, probably 9 to 12 inches. So it's probably about a foot, was that tall centerpiece where you're supposed to put your angel. So it really wasn't even 4 feet tall. I mean, the body of the tree was probably about 3 feet tall. So it was a little tiny one. And so I had crocheted everything for this little tree. It didn't take a whole lot to decorate the tree. And so everything on that tree was crocheted. But when it came time to, doing ornaments and Christmas gifts, I started taking things off the tree and giving them to the children and the family. I had some Oreo cookie ornaments. I had little tiny stocking ornaments and just different things like that, right? So, yeah, so, it's not as full as it was last year. So I need to make a couple other ones. And I did make some this summer when I was in Tennessee with my sister-in-law, I made some because I had started making the advent calendar. So I do have some of those, and I just have to go to the bag that I had in July where I was making the advent calendar and I was making some of the little ornaments. So I think I had like 4 or 5 little ornaments made. So that will be good. I can add those to the tree. And so I just thought those were really cute because basically you start with, either a magic circle or, chain 3 and go, and do it up like that. I probably will do a magic circle and do 6 single crochet, and then you do an increase, and then 2 single crochet in the next, and 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then an increase, and then, so you come up with, you go 6, 8, 10. So it's a very gradual increase. Anyway, it looked really good. I will try and post a link to that in our Facebook page if you are interested in trying that. It was not a tutorial on YouTube. It was like a link with a pattern, but the pattern was so easy. So 3 different sections to this little tree, and it's just a little tiny tree. I do have some twine. I don't know where it is. So I may just use yarn. And I can use some brown yarn to make it look kind of, rusticy or whatever. But anyway, so what is on your hook today? It is Friday. We're heading into the weekend, and we are less than a week away from American Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day is going to be this coming Thursday, and I, for one, can't wait because that is my absolute favorite meal of all time. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If I was only allowed to have one meal every day for the rest of my life, of course, I mean, this is a big meal, right? I mean, there's all kinds of things to choose from, so it's kind of a cheater to say this is what I would want, because who's going to make that for every day of the year? But I would want Thanksgiving. And so let's say, okay, I know that there are a lot of sides at Thanksgiving, and that's really the yummy part, right? So if I could only choose, let's say, turkey and maybe 4 sides. Come on, Dobby. My little kitty is rubbing his little nose. Maybe he'll come up. Come on. Come on, bud. Come on. That's a good boy. Come on. And come here, boy. Come here, boy. Come on. So, it's kind of a cheater meal, right? So if I could only choose one meal for the rest of my life, I would choose Thanksgiving. And so for limiting sake, let's say I could only choose like turkey and 4 sides. What would I choose? No, no, boy. No, no, boy. No, no, boy. No, 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 no. Ugh. I had this sitting over there, and he saw the ribbon and decided to chew it. So I have to move that. Oh, and now he's chewing my bag. My plastic bag. What is it with cats and bags? Come here, boy. Come on. Come on. And so let's see, the 4 sides. Let's name them. This is going to be hard, right? The 4 sides, my 4 favorite sides. Well, the first one is dressing or stuffing if you stuff the bird. Dressing. Of course, we have the turkey, and then I get 4 sides. Dressing. I'm going to have to add gravy to that. It is a side. Right? That's what I'm thinking, Susan. I wish it wasn't. Maybe we could just throw that in as an extra condiment. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're not going to count gravy. See, I like the way you think, girl. I like the way you think. We are trying to get through it, right? So let me know what your 4 favorite sides are at Thanksgiving. I want to know. So I'm thinking, okay, so we have the turkey, definitely dressing. I really do love mashed potatoes. Carb, carb, carb. And oh my goodness, I do love a good green bean casserole. Hey, Lydia, it's good to see you. Let's see. I am stuck because I don't want to. Oh, Oh, cranberry. I know, I know. So I'm gonna put cranberry sauce as a condiment, okay? I'm like totally cheating here. Gravy and cranberry sauce are condiments. Shh, don't tell anybody. We're cheating. So we have, okay, so we have gravy and cranberry sauce on the side. We have our turkey, because that's a given, okay? So we have the stuffing or dressing, whatever you call it, um, mashed potatoes. I do love a good sweet potato, but I will reserve that for with um with ham. So, oh, let's see. Patty says carrots, coleslaw, stuffing, cranberry sauce. That's it. No gravy, no mashed potatoes. What? Okay, so if cranberry sauce is a, if gravy and cranberry sauce is a, oh, no gravy. Okay. So if cranberry sauce is a condiment, what extra thing would you add, Patty? And let me know in the comments if you're watching this later. Let me know what your 4 favorite sides are. But yeah, I'm with you with the cranberry sauce. So let's see. Okay. Oh, I do love macaroni salad. Mm. Baked sweet potato. Love it. Love it. I love baked sweet potato. Oh my goodness. So, okay, so I've got stuffing or dressing, mashed potatoes, um, green bean casserole. Oh, nothing on it. I know. It's sweet by itself, right? You must be a no condiment kind of gal. Yeah, I can relate. And so I have one more side. What will it be? Oh, Alice says squash. I do love a good squash. Would it be like a squash casserole or, oh, Judy says dressing, sweet potatoes, gravy, and mashed potatoes. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Hey, I'm gonna come to your house if that's all you got. 4 sides. I'm loving it. Of course, I don't think that there's a side on Thanksgiving that I wouldn't like. Brussels sprout casserole. Alice makes a famous Brussels sprout casserole. And it is so famous in her family that she makes it every Christmas. And that's her job, is to make this dish every Christmas. So, yeah, I do love a good Brussels sprout. Oh my goodness. Squash. Let's see. Well, the rolls, the good yeast rolls are always very yummy. Um, so I guess that's it. Um, Dressing, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole. Mm. I'm gonna have to say macaroni salad. I do love my mom's macaroni salad. She makes it Southern style. Carb loaded version. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, let's see. Susan says turkey, mashed potatoes, dressing, and biscuits or rolls. Carb loaded version. Woo! Turkey, baked sweet potato, broccoli, and sauteed squash is normally what she has. I love all of that. I would come to your dinner, definitely. Um, oh yeah, I gotta have rolls. You're right, Judy. You're you're right. Um, Susan says pie is a condiment. Yeah, I know. I do love a good pie, but you know what? When it comes to Thanksgiving, I'm all about the meal. I can give or take a pie. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So this year, oh my gosh, we have so much on the menu this year. I don't know if my nephew is going to be able to come or not. So, anyway, we can even have mac and cheese on the menu. It's homemade, home baked mac and cheese. It's one of his favorites. So, we try to have something that everybody likes, right? And I mean, to be quite honest with you, a Thanksgiving dinner, especially a big, large Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, if you have a tiny sliver of the pie, you can taste them all. Yeah, I agree. That's really a good idea. Or just let everybody like put it on their plate and just say, "Can I have just one bite?" And then take a clean fork and get a bite of each one, right? Oh, okay. Linda says she doesn't do Thanksgiving where she is, but she lives near an American base. Oh, so you could go and yeah, and say, "Hey, can I share in your Thanksgiving?" Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, that's just my all-time favorite meal. And whenever um, we would go to Tennessee visiting and we would stay in Pigeon Forge, there are two restaurants there that year-round serve a Thanksgiving meal. And they both are so good. Oh, Alice, you need a do-over. You need to do another Thanksgiving this coming Thursday, right? I mean, we can be thankful every month out of the year, right? Yes. So, yeah, get your turkey on. Oh, okay, you can't access the base. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Linda. And so darn, darn. So you can't share in a Thanksgiving meal. Well, the easy way to do it, if you have like you don't even have to cook a whole turkey. If you just can, get a turkey breast and have that on the side with your dressing and little mashed potatoes and gravy and some kind of green bean. You know, I like a green bean casserole, but green beans, just a plain bowl of green beans is really good with that too. Coleslaw. Love me some coleslaw. Good American coleslaw. But anyway, let's get off. Let's see, Linda, invite everyone to your house and have them bring their favorite dish. That is great. That is great. The number one favorite dish at Thanksgiving is probably the dressing and stuffing. So she might have like four different kinds of dressing or stuffing. That would be really awesome, right? They always have like these chili cook-offs and oh, you all go out for Christmas lunch. Nice. I in America here we have these like chili cook-offs where everybody makes their own chili because there's all kinds of different ways to make chili. And then you have these little cups and you can just put like a little bit of chili in each one so you can taste each one, right? What if you held a Thanksgiving side cook-off and you made a turkey and gravy and green beans, right? Just to have something healthy, right? Some green beans. And oh, you don't do cold salads on Thanksgiving, and green bean casserole is an American thing. Oh, really? Oh no, Alice, you're missing out, sister. And what if you had a um, stuffing slash dressing cook off, right? And everybody makes their favorite. And everybody, you can get a little cup and everybody can have like, oh, try that one. Oh, try this one. And everybody can try all of the different dressings slash stuffings. And then you can have like this voting thing, right? Like they do with the chilies. Oh my goodness. I just think that would be so fun. Because then you could try everybody's and make sure you bring your recipe with you. And okay, you do those things, just not on Thanksgiving. Yeah, okay, cool, cool. I do like, see, I like the coleslaw because it's just a cool, refreshing, like for your palate, you're eating all of this carb-laden, yummy goodness. And then so to have a little bite of something cool, then you go back to it just kind of like, it's like refreshing your palate somehow. I don't know. And the pan that's empty is the definite winner, right? Susan, I love the way you think. Oh my goodness, Linda, I know, right? All this talk about food. So anyway, yeah, this coming Thursday is our Thanksgiving. And so I'm super, super excited about that. And I'm gonna move this down just a little bit. And so yeah, it's gonna be fun. And but anyway, getting back to ornaments and Christmas crochet ornaments. So last year, I even crocheted the garland for my tree. I crocheted the tree skirt. I crocheted a star for the top, and it was just really, really pretty, really cute. I really liked it. And yeah, I know, right, Alice? The pan that's empty is the definite winner. That is a good one. That is a good one. So, yeah. Um, Gosh, that, you never hear of a stuffing cook-off. I Why not, right? I want to try everybody's stuffing. I want to try it. I don't want to make all of your stuffings all at once, but I want to try them definitely. Let's see. Alice says she crocheted popcorn garland with wooden cranberries. Did you get finished with it? I know you were working on it last year. Oh, corn casserole, baked beans with about everything else oh, Judy, you're adding baked beans and that's delicious. And oh, my mouth just watered big time. And I do love a good corn casserole. I do. I've never made one, a good one. I've made corn casserole before, but I've never made a good one. But um, I think it was like 3 years ago, um, where I worked 3 years ago. We had a Friendsgiving kind of a thing, right? Oh, you put it on your little tree last year. Oh, good, Alice. Oh my gosh, I love it to think of doing the wooden red beads and then doing your popcorn and then stringing it. Very cute, very rustic, very just, adorable. Oh, Susan wants a picture, Alice. Maybe you can, I don't know if you have a picture from last year or not, but maybe if you do, you could post it on our Facebook group. Um, and so I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about the Christmas tree. So last year my tree was all crochet. It was 100% handmade. And I really liked it. I really did. So hopefully next year we'll have room for a big tree. So I'm gonna have to step up my game a little bit and start making, some larger Christmas ornaments and get that going. But I think even next year in the new kitchen, we'll have a countertop and we'll have an island. So I can hopefully maybe even put a tree up somewhere, that little tree up somewhere in our kitchen. And our ceilings are 9 feet high, so the cabinets are not going to go all the way to the ceiling. So there's going to be a good foot between the top of the cabinets and the ceiling. So we can decorate that Christmassy. Of course, we're going to be putting our my mom's cookie jars up there. I kept saying, it's like this legend thing, right? I kept adding on and on and on for how many cookie jars mom has. The last time we counted, I can't even remember how much they were, but it wasn't as many as I thought. It was right around the 100 mark. But here I'm thinking, oh, she must have 150 now. Oh, we're getting up to the 200 mark. And we're not. We're adding them a little bit slower now because we are running out of space here in this house. And hopefully we won't in the new house. Plans are to put a shelving like about a foot from the ceiling all around. And so, oh, I bet that was beautiful. Susan says, my last tree was crocheted ornaments and snowflakes, an overabundance of lights, and white silk poinsettias. Oh, I bet that was beautiful. Oh my goodness. That sounds lovely. It does. It sounds lovely. So anyway, we're going to have a lot of space for the cookie jars. So hopefully it'll be good. And on my Cedarcraft channel, I'm planning a segment where, I do cookies, a cookie recipe, and each time I'll bring down a brand new cookie jar and we'll talk about it for a second and we'll say, what's in Nana's cookie jar? And we'll do that. So I think that that's going to be a lot of fun because then you get to see all of her cookie jars. It's going to take a long time, at least 2 years. It was a bit on the fancy side, according to your kids. Oh, probably the silk poinsettias just like made it over the top elegant, but I bet it was lovely. I bet it was. hmm So I love it that other makers are doing crochet ornaments. I really do like that. Um, so let me show you the progress on the sweater that I'm making. When I was traveling, I really did slow down on the making, and I really hate that I did that because it slowed my progress down. Ooh, look at this. I am in a little bit of a, there we go. Okay. So the yarn that I'm using is, I love this yarn. Um, you can find this at Hobby Lobby, and the colorway is called City Beat, and this is the colorway. So it has a bit of a charcoal gray, a lighter blue gray. It has a little bit of a almost like a mango, and then a little bit of a yellow and a little bit of a white. The yellow is very light, and then you can see it has a little bit of speckles every now and then. What I really like, look at this, because this color, see how it has the white on one side and then it has the mango on the other, so it's not like a solid mango. It's almost like the pinky peachy color at sunset, that little streak in the sky. And oh, I know, I know. Time is flying really, really fast, really fast. You are correct. Anyway, this is the color that I'm using for this. And I just pulled out, a thing, a stitch. But anyway, this is the first panel. So as you can see, I'm slower on this one, but I spent 2 weeks in the mountains. So anyway, this is the bottom. And so I have this one to finish, and then I have another panel to do, and then the arms. So that's how far I am on this. I did do about 4 rows yesterday, super quick. So that encouraged me. I'm like, okay, still got it. You still got it. You can do this. I am using a 5.0 millimeter hook, an H hook. This is my favorite Clover Amour hook, and I won't crochet with anything except for these Clover Amour hooks anymore, because I can crochet so fast with these, and they're just perfect. They're just absolutely perfect. So I really do like this sweater. I think it's going to be really, really pretty. I like the way the striping is on it. And if you remember, I've already finished 3 sweaters, a pink one for my oldest granddaughter, a mango color, which is orange, for my younger granddaughter, and then a gray one for my daughter-in-law, who, by the way, was stalking my channel, and she told me that she saw it. That stinker. I didn't think she watched my channel. So I was like, oh yeah, here we go. Here's an update, and blah, blah, blah. Well, that little stinker, she saw her Christmas gift. So whatever. Oh my goodness. And you know me, I don't keep secrets very well. So I actually let Mom pick out her yarn for her sweater, so she knows she's getting this one. But you know what? That's okay, because we're all adults here, right? And sometimes not having a surprise is a good thing, because then it's going to be the color you want. Don't chew anything, little boy. Yeah, don't chew anything, little boy. Look at this little boy. Don't look at my messy couch here. Yeah, that little boy is something else, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Come on now. Oh, he's going to get behind my green screen. Or not my green screen, but the blanket. He's going to get behind my head here probably in a second. and start messing with the back of my head from behind this blanket. Come here, boy. So anyway, I'm gonna sit and crochet for a little bit if you don't mind. Let me just see. Okay, I still have 34%. I'm doing good. So if you want to talk to me, you can. I'm here. I'm looking at the messages. Oh, bye, Susan. I hope that you have. Oh, you have to let the wild beasties out. 3 kitties and 1 mini dachshund. Oh, oops. There we go. Have a great day, Susan. So, if you have any crochet to do, hey, did anybody get to see the Smoky Mountain drive over the mountain? That was so much fun to do. As we were driving and I saw the snow, I was so surprised. So I put the camera on my window camera holder and I just started filming. And it was so beautiful. The snow was on everything. And so tons of trees, and then the branches, each branch that came out had a layer of snow on the top of each branch. I don't know if it translated really well in the video because every time a car would go by, the focus on the camera would kind of like focus on that and not on the trees, and I just really wanted it to focus on the trees. But I really enjoyed doing that. And it's kind of funny because there are, a few people who have commented and that they've watched it like 3 times while they were crocheting. And then those who've already been over the mountain, they're like very familiar with that road. And so it was like, they were very, very comfortable with going over the mountain. So if you watched it for a little bit, you would have seen I went through a tunnel. I went through a couple tunnels, but the first tunnel, I unmuted the sounds because as we were driving, my husband and I were chatting away, and so I didn't, it wasn't like a chat for, for YouTube. It was just us just talking, and so that's why I muted it with just music. And but when I went through the tunnel, the first one, I unmuted it so you could hear me, and that was me beeping, beep, 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 and because that's how I beep when I go through the tunnel. Now that's a little bit controversial, but back in the day, um, it was like a rule. You go through a tunnel in the Smoky Mountains, and you beep, you beep your horn, and there are a lot of people that do it, and it was funny. The last time I was there, and we were going through the tunnel in Pigeon Forge. There's several tunnels because when you're in a mountain region, sometimes you have to have a tunnel to get from here to there. Sometimes there's not enough, switchbacking that you can do, so you actually go through a tunnel. And there was a motorcycle that had let us on the road, which was really nice. And because it was like there was like almost like an on ramp, and but it was from the left side, and I have a hard time seeing. So anyway, the motorcycle like let us on, so that was nice, and it was behind us. And then when we got in the tunnel, it got right next to us, and it was going vroom, vroom, vroom. And we had kids in the car, so it was doing it for the kids, and then they waved. Why do we beep? It's tradition, and I don't know where it started, Alice. I don't know where it started, but it's just a tradition, and it might have been, back in the day when families would come through, and the kids were bored because it had just been, a really long ride. Hey, Lulu, it's good to see you. And oh, you do recall the horn beeping inside the tunnels? Yeah. And so anyway, I really don't know what it was, but thank you. Thank you. I call this one my mountain Afghan, my mountain blanket. It's big enough to cover you while you're on the sofa, if you get cold. It's long enough to cover a man's size. I made it for my youngest son, and he just he hasn't been able to receive it yet. So maybe one day he'll receive it or I'll give it to his son. And so anyway, um, the beeping, when I married into my husband's family, they were the ones, they had been going to the Smoky Mountains for decades. And my father-in-law had built the cabin that we go to. He had built that with his own two hands, and my mother-in-law's father was still living when he built the cabin, and he helped because he was also very good at building. And so they built the cabin together. So they had been going up there for years and years. And they were the ones that introduced me to the rule that when you go through the Smoky Mountains and you go through the tunnels, that you have to beep. So, you don't just blare your horn. It's a friendly beep, 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 or however you want to do it. I always do it in a rhythm. And especially if the person in front of me is not beeping their horn and I'm like, oh, they don't know the rule. Well, let's not scare them and make them, think that they have to get out of my way. So I always beep a friendly beep. But anyway, so that was the rule. So I followed it, and it was so funny. My daughter-in-law was telling me a story because when we first took them up, hey, it is so good to see you, Mary. Good to see you. Lulu, it's good to see you. And I know I talked to you, but I don't know if I said hello. And because that's how far my memory goes back. I was telling a story, so I don't know what I said. And so when one year we took my oldest son and his new wife, and we took them to the Great Smoky Mountains, and we were going through the tunnel, and I remember my daughter-in-law, I was like, okay, we have to beep the horn, and she was like, no. I don't know if she remembers that or not, but she was like, why are you beeping the horn? I'm like, it's just something you have to do. And my son Justin, he was like, don't do it. No. So anyway, we beeped the horn, and he was like, no, but my daughter-in-law got all into it, right? So she was like into beeping that horn. Well, she was telling me a story. She and her dad and the girls, my granddaughters, traveled this, a couple months ago. They traveled together, and they went through a tunnel. And I think it was the Chesapeake Bay Tunnel, right? It was a long tunnel. Well, Tina was driving at the time, and so she started beeping the horn. And her dad, not knowing the tradition, he was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And she's like, we're going through a tunnel. You have to beep the horn. And he's like, no, they're going to think that you're beeping at them. You're going to make them angry. Of course, this was a little north. It wasn't in the south. And so she laughed, and she's like, no, you have to. It's the rule. It's the rule. And he's like, I never heard of that rule. And she said it was funny. It was so funny because at first he was like freaking out. What are you doing? And she's like, it's the rule. You have to beep the horn. I thought that was so funny. I enjoyed that story. And because she has truly embraced her Southern roots that she didn't know she had. So anyway, I just thought it was really cute. And her dad was like, no, they're gonna get angry with you. She's like, nope, gotta do it. So anyway, I don't, if I am on the road, to be honest with you, if I'm on the road and I'm going over the mountain and it's nighttime and I'm like, there's nobody else on there, I won't beep. Because I don't want to wake up the bears. I want to let them sleep. Okay. So I really don't want to, disturb the wildlife, but if it's during the day and other people are beeping, then I beep. Yeah. Oh, Alice, you have a great weekend. You have a wonderful weekend. And what are you doing, little boy? Little boy, what are you doing? He's behind my blanket. I don't know if you can see him. Yep, there he is. Hello, boy. Hello, sweet boy. Hello, sweet boy. There we go. We'll let you see him. There we go. Hi, sweet boy. You're my sweet boy. This is Dobby. He's wearing socks, which is why we called him Dobby, because Dobby has a sock. If you're a Harry Potter fan, then you know what that means. If not, then it's just a cute name. So, anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to sit here and crochet and chat with you if that's okay. If you have to go, then by all means go. But if you want to sit and chat with me, then yeah, have at it. Have at it. So, let's see, what other questions can I ask you? Hmm. You know, there's a lot of things that I want to know about you. So we talked about Thanksgiving. And if you had, here we go, because you know that, what are you doing? Are you hiding your little head? Hmm? You hiding your little head? What are you doing, boy? Hello. Peekaboo. People want to see you. Yeah, you're my good boy. Um, we talked about, you know, Thanksgiving, but if you could only eat one meal, oh, he went behind there. Oh, he's behind my head now. That is funny. Okay, boy. So, if you could only have one meal for dinner for the rest of your life, what would you choose? I want to know. I'm really nosy, curious, and see, he's right here. Oh, see his paw right here? His paw's right here. Don't you make a snag in my blanket, little boy. Don't you make a snag in my blanket. He is rotten. When my mom, oh, he's pushing on my head. When my mom changes the sheets, um, he has to help. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice and lovely? Yeah, he helps. You know how he helps? He jumps in the middle of the bed and he won't let her finish. And he grabs her hands and and he pounces and he's like, "Oh, I like this game." Oh my goodness. So sometimes if she is in a if she catches it at the right moment and she can close the door with him outside of the door, outside of the bedroom, then she will. So then she doesn't have to play that game. But most of the time, he uh, he enjoys playing that game. So, oh, I'm doing good. I got a couple rows down since we've been sitting here, so I'm glad about that, definitely. Um, so what's on your hook? I am so curious. But yeah, if you had only one meal that you could eat for dinner, now, okay, breakfast and lunch, a la carte, whatever you want, but let's say you had only one meal that you could eat for supper every single night for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Yeah, I am saying Thanksgiving dinner every single night for the rest of my life. And you know, I probably will get tired of it, but who knows? Who knows? Is it something fast foody? Is it, you know, like um, Italian food? Is it Chinese food? Is it Thai? Is it, you know, what is it? Because, you know, this is what you get for dinner for the rest of your life. Is it, you know, your mom's meatloaf growing up? Is it fried chicken, which is delicious, by the way? Is it, um, you know, hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill? Is it good old Southern barbecue? I don't know. So, yeah, after I finish this one, I do have one more that I'm supposed to be finishing by Christmas. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to have to get my act together and really work hard at finishing this. So I'm going to have to just start concentrating on this again. I do love crocheting. Crocheting is so fun. Um, I get easily distracted by littles, and so when the littles are around, I I have a hard time crocheting if there are a lot of other people around. I can crochet, but I'm very easily distracted. So, how about you? That's a good question because I don't know. Are you easily distracted? Do you like to be by yourself when you crochet? Do you like to be with other people? I don't, I like to be with other people, and if other people are crocheting, I I really, really like that. I don't mind other people around. Sometimes when I'm counting, um, and other people are around, it can get a little distracting, but for the most part, it's not bad at all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. I need 36 rows, so not bad. Not bad at all. I can get through this in no time and start on the other panel, which will be nice. So if I can get this done by, oh boy, if I can get this done by at least all the pieces created by Monday, if I can get it completed by Monday, that would be so good. So good. Um, so the I'm thinking about going back up to Tennessee the Monday after Thanksgiving, because I have to pick out brick from a local brick place, and I need to get I need to get two additional quotes. I can get one quote local for the kitchen cabinets. Um, so I can get one quote local because it's a box store. I can get, oh, I don't know. I can get one. I wanted to get a quote from IKEA because they do have some really, really gorgeous cabinets, and they have all of the different kinds of storage solutions that I'm like really hoping for. Oh, here he comes out. Hi, boy. Um, but um, then there's a local cabinet maker that I want to sit down with and get a quote from them. So there's three quotes for the kitchen cabinets that for the house in Tennessee that we're building, so that I can make sure that we get the best price and the best deal. Um, and it may turn out that going with a regular cabinet maker who uses real wood would actually be better than particle board cabinets that you can get from the big box store, because they're not going to fall apart in you know 30 years. So anyway, or even 20 years. So I don't know. All right, so I'm having a good time crocheting with you. Get your hook out and crochet with me, and we will get through some projects together. I did look on my phone this morning to see how many days until Christmas, and let's see, today is the 18th. 21st or 24, 34. Yeah, I think it's like 43 days until Christmas, something like that. I don't know. I was going to remember it and then I didn't. But that's par for the course. So, yeah. Hey, I like crocheting with you. I'm getting it done, and that's what the good thing is. So yeah, I'm thinking about going up to Tennessee. I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about that, because I don't want to stay at the cabin um, by myself. It's kind of weird. Um, so I don't know. I'm gonna try and get somebody to go with me, and we can change it up and stay different places And I don't know. But this is a busy time of year for people, so you know they're having family in and they have activities to do. You know, Thanksgiving, shopping, all these different Christmassy things to do. Getting ready for um, different pageants and whatnot. So anyway, it's all good. Ta-da! So let's see, I have to go to 36 on this one. And I think I have, after this row, I think I have 7 more rows to go, which is going to be fast. So I'm going to finish this before I grab some lunch, and that'll be good. So how many Christmas projects do you have left to do? I have this one to finish, to complete. I have one that I have to start, and that's a daunting one, but I think it'll be okay because it's much the same. It's just, you know, it hasn't been started yet. And then I have 2 that I want to finish, but they are not imperative because that's not the main focus of Christmas for those couple of people, because they already have I already have something for Christmas for them. So that is just a bonus if I get those done. But let's see. Ooh, this is going really nice. I really like the yellow in this City Beat color. Look at this. See, it just has a nice little tint to it. And I really like the charcoal, like it's almost like an asphalt color. Like it's City Beat. So it's almost like, you know, the roads in the city, the asphalt in the city, you know, how it has that blackish, grayish um, kind of a look to it. And so I really like it. Like it a lot. So this has just like a lightish blue, like the sky, and then the yellow and this kind of a creamy mango color. I love that the mango color has a little bit of white on it. So it's not, it's almost like it has like 2 strands of the cream and 2 strands of the mango, and the mango is on one side and the cream is on the other side of the yarn. So whichever way the yarn twists, you get a little bit of you know, a little bit of a change up of the color, so it doesn't make it so solid that you know, you're thinking, ooh, you know, that is a bright color. I think that's what makes this work. I really do, because it's kind of like that even with the asphalt color. It is that like that with the asphalt color. The asphalt color has that same blue, that light bluish, grayish color. It has that color like down the middle of the yarn. It's really nice. Hi, Rose. Hello, Rosie. So yeah, let's get our crochet on. So I think I'm going to continue until I finish this panel. So if you want to hang around, I've got, I think, this row and 6 more rows. And then, whoops, that was Rosie. And then we'll head on out But for now, we're just going to keep crocheting and chatting away. We have company coming for Thanksgiving. Do you have, if you're in America and you're having Thanksgiving this year, do you have guests coming? Are you going to someone else's house? Are you having a small Thanksgiving or a large Thanksgiving? We're not going to be having a huge Thanksgiving, but my sweet sister-in-law Tanya and her husband Tim and Tim's brother Alan are coming. And so with, the four of us plus them, I don't know if my nephew is going to be able to make it this year or not. So he may make it and be able to come up. Just not sure. And so that'll be good. And now I think tomorrow, oh, my nose is itching. Tomorrow is our rivalry game, college football game weekend. So Florida is playing Florida State, and so we will definitely try to watch that tomorrow. That's always the Saturday before Thanksgiving. This afternoon I get to pick up my grandson, and we get to have him over the weekend, which will be fun. And I'm really looking forward to that. And so that'll be great. Hope that we can, message with the grandchildren together so that they can have a chat over the portal. And that's always fun. One thing I notice when I crochet, because I guess because I have the camera up a little bit high, so when I'm looking down, it looks like I'm sleeping. But I'm not. I'm actually looking down. Okay, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. I have 6 more to go, which is good. Yay. And this is my second skein of yarn for making this. Pretty sure. Actually, yeah, it is. It is my second skein of yarn. So I only have 6 more rows to go, and so it doesn't take quite 2 for each adult panel. So yeah, I just have to plug away 6 more rows, and then this panel will be done, and I have another panel to make, and then after that we can sew it up and put arms on. And the good news is that I can have a live mannequin try the sweater on so I can get the sleeve length correct and perfect. So that's a good thing. I am super, super excited about moving to a region where I can actually crochet items and use them. Being a crochet lover and living in Florida, it can be, I don't want to say discouraging, but it can be, I don't know, it's just not as fun because, the fun part of making things is, making hats and scarves and sweaters and, ear warmers and cowls and, things like that, ponchos and stuff like that. But if you're in Florida where it's hot most of the time out of the year, you don't get to enjoy those. And so I'm really excited about moving to a region where we get the hot summer months, we get the nice balmy spring months, we get, really pretty fall color and, and the leaves changing and all of that fun stuff. And then we get winter with the possibility of snow. I love snow. It's so pretty. Yes, it's cold, but we can always warm up by the fire, and we can always stay inside if we get too cold, or we can go sit on the porch and enjoy the cool weather. Wrap up in a blanket, in a crochet blanket, while you're wearing your crochet sweater and your crochet hat and your crochet mittens and your scarf. And yeah. Oh goodness, I might even start crocheting leg warmers. A take back to the 1980s when leg warmers were really in. If you are young, you are not going to remember that. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. So I think this year, last year, for my mom's birthday, it was the year of the overalls. So she kept saying, I don't want anything for my birthday. We're getting ready for, to build the house and all that. But I had it in my head. I knew how much she loved the one pair of overalls that she had and how comfortable they were. So I told my daughter-in-law what I was planning. And if she wanted to get in on it, she could. And so we all bought Mom overalls. So it was me and my husband, we bought her one, and then my dad bought her one, and then we even got one from my grandson so that he could give her a pair, and then from the granddaughters and family. And so what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So she got 4 new pair of overalls, and so that was fun. But I think this year might be the year of long johns because I don't want them to get cold. And I think if they put the long johns on, oh my goodness, they're going to be so toasty. Now, for those of you who might be from out of the country and you don't know what a long john is, it's just long thermal underwear that you wear obviously under your regular clothing so that it helps keep you warm. And I'm sure that you have something very similar to that. Maybe you call it something different. So, oh, look, it's really turning out nicely. Look at that. It's turning out nicely. So, anyway, I think that that's what this year is going to be. So that'll be fun. Oh my goodness. So try to make sure everybody stays nice and toasty warm. So I think I have 5 more rows, but I'm going to do this row and then I'll count again just to make sure I haven't forgotten to count a row. So how are y'all doing? Are you crocheting along with me? Are you just playing and lurking and listening to the chatter of Barbara? So I can't wait to get back up there so that I can do some more content for the Cedarcroft channel. And so that's where I'm going to post all of the future updates of the house. They're going to be on the Cedarcroft channel. So if you haven't subscribed and you're interested in following along, go ahead and go on over there and subscribe. I think I only have about 50 or 50, so maybe 52, I don't know, subscribers so far. So it's a very low subscribing amount, but mostly that's because I really haven't had a whole lot of content this past year. Not a whole lot of content at all, but that's getting ready to change. So I would love to take you along while I look for brick, and I would love to take you along while I, look at cabinets and whatnot. So I do want to go over to IKEA. So according to the map, the closest IKEA to East Tennessee is Atlanta. Well, I don't want to go to Atlanta. And it's only like 20 more miles to the Charlotte, North Carolina IKEA. I mean, technically, the Atlanta IKEA is closer by like 20 miles, but who wants to do that? So I'm thinking that I'm going to go ahead and get a quote from the North Carolina IKEA and, you know, head on over there and just do the, but I don't know if I'm going to do that this time or not. It really kind of depends on, well, I may go up to Tennessee, get the cabinet quote from the cabinet maker, and then pick out the brick, and then maybe head over to North Carolina to IKEA to get the quote there. You can schedule your appointments with the IKEA kitchen designer, so I can have an appointment scheduled. I need to go see if I can do that, and then I can just come home from North Carolina. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. Ooh, I'm enjoying this. I'm having a good time. Hopefully, I can get this done in a timely manner. Okay, well, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. I have 4 more to do. 4 more rows on this panel, and then we can call this one done and get started on the second panel. That is awesome. I am so excited. For those of you who are new, this is called the Every Girl sweater. And if you just do a Google search for Every Girl sweater, it will take you right to this link. She also has one called an Every Kid sweater. And basically it's the same sweater, but she gives you the, the numbers, the count for children's size. So I can tell you though, that I think that maybe her sleeves are a little bit longer than maybe you might want. I don't know. And in fact, the gray sweater that I'm making for my daughter-in-law, I was thinking that I was going to shorten the sleeves, but now I'm thinking I might just let her try it on and shorten it to her specific length if needed. So, yeah, I'm thinking about that because that way it can be to her specifications. Um, because it's really easy that I ended with the sleeve, and I think I'm just gonna leave it um, unwoven in until she tries it on, because then if I need to take a couple rows out, I can do that, and then real quick just do the 2 rows to bring it in. So that is going to be super easy, and it will be to her specifications. And I think then I can make note of that size and what I feel like the proper length of a sleeve would be. Because I just feel like the sleeves are a little bit long and they might make them a little too puffy, but I don't know. So we'll see. Alrighty, so this one is almost done. Well, yeah, I'm not halfway done this row yet, but it won't take me long, will it? Nope. So super excited. Um, oh, that reminds me, I have to call the Harvest Right freeze dryer company today because you can reserve your freeze dryer and basically freeze in the sale price, and they are on sale this time. The freeze dryers are on sale for Black Friday, and it's $500 off of the regular price of a freeze dryer. So that is a really good deal. I'm going to take advantage of that and lock in my price, and and that way then when I pay it off, we'll be in the new house, and then they can deliver it directly to the new house, instead of paying for it now, having it delivered here, and then having us have to cart it from Florida to Tennessee. It'll just be so much easier to have it delivered straight there. So that is a good thing, a very good thing. So, yay. After this row, 3 more rows, and this panel will be done. I'm so happy about that. So when I get these done, and in the new year, I am going to play with this pattern because, you know, with this at the top, this makes it a drop sleeve. So like this part would actually be down on your shoulders, and then that's where your sleeves start. It's a really nice look, but I'm wondering if I can bring it in, a little bit and have it more tailored to be up here. Maybe you know maybe it'll be a nice way to do that. Thank you, Rosie. Good girl. She's walking around the tripod without knocking you over, and I'm so glad about that. That is not always something that happens. So we've got this row, I'm almost done, and 3 more rows, and then we can call it a day. Thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate you doing that. And yeah, so the grandson is coming tonight, and so we'll have him through Monday. That'll be fun. That'll be really fun. I haven't seen him for a little bit. It's been a minute, so really glad about that. All right, ta-da, that row's done. We're gonna turn it and get some yarn out. 3 more rows. 3 more rows. Yay, I'm gonna get a drink. So listen, if you're a content creator and you're watching, um, and you ever want us to submit your link to your channel, just ask, and one of the admins will do that. And I do need a couple more admins for some of my lives. If you are interested in being an admin, just let me know. All right. I do love this color. This is not a color I would have picked out, really, to be honest with you. I like the color, but I just didn't know how it was going to translate into a sweater. And you know, you don't always know how the stripes are going to flow, because sometimes they flow nice and sometimes they flow like in a very frenetic way, right? But these stripes have been flowing really nicely, and it's going to make a really lovely sweater. The other sweaters that I made are all solids, and you know, that's all good. I really did the others in a solid because I wasn't sure when you sew up the sides how it was going to look, you know, with the sides maybe not matching the colors or whatever. But the way this flows, I don't think it's going to matter, because you know, it's going from color to color, and so just because it's not connecting to the same color is not going to be an issue, I am pretty sure. So do you have any holiday traditions, any Thanksgiving or Christmas traditions? I know when I was growing up, we would always get together at a family member's house. So my mom was one of five and my dad was one of five. And we all lived in the same state. And before everybody moved, you know, started moving, um, it was, you know, it was really nice to have, you know, family together. So with both my mom and dad coming from, you know, a fairly large family with five siblings, you know, four siblings each. So there were five kids, and then each, you know, one of them marrying and having children and everything. I always had a lot of cousins. And I always found it really fun to get together at the holidays because the cousins would just, especially on my mom's side, they were all older than me. So they would, you know, get outside and play and everything. And so I could go outside and play with them. And it was in the country. There was like big fields behind us. I remember one year it was, you know, there was like dried corn stalks out there, right? And well, I don't know if it was corn stalks or if it was hay, but it was, I remember it being like a golden brownish color. And I was young, not a baby, but I was young. And this was over my head. It was over my head. And I went out too far in the field. And I remember thinking, I can't see where I'm at. So I started hollering for my cousins, and because I couldn't see over the stalks all around me, right? And I couldn't tell which direction. For a second there, I couldn't tell which direction I needed to go. I got turned around. So I started hollering for my cousins, and then I could hear their voices. So I just started walking towards their voices. And of course, I found them and, you know, got out alive. So, hey, Nikki, hello. You did. You missed Slice. Hey, Catherine, it is good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see who else might be here that just came on. Samantha. Oh, hey. And Patty, oh, Patty said seafood sampler broiled. That is her favorite meal. Okay, good. You did miss Slice. Yeah. Oh, so you're lurking. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just chatting away and crocheting. After this row, I have two more rows on this, and I'm just going to sit here and finish it because I have to finish it anyway. And so I'm just going to sit here and finish it. If you want to listen to me chatter away, you can. If you want to chat, I'll be glad to chat with you. And if you are in a position where you can crochet with me, by all means, crochet with me. I love it. I love it. I love it. One of my favorite things that I did this year, one of my favorite things, I mean, there were several. It hasn't been all bad this year. It's been a very challenging year. It has, but it hasn't been all bad. And a couple of the really fun things that I did. One thing was being in Tennessee with my sweet sister-in-law, and we were in the cabin, and it was just the two of us, two girls, a freezer full of pizzas, and crochet. And that's what we did. We sat and we crocheted. Anytime we got hungry, hey, you want a pizza? Hey, you want a pizza? And, and we would shove one in the oven and we would eat a little bit of it. We did have, you know, eggs for breakfast, so we did have some of that. But, oh, you're crocheting on your break with me. Yay, Catherine. Yay. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So I have two more rows, Catherine, and then I'm done with this panel. I'm so excited. I was a little discouraged because at myself, not at anything else or anybody else, but just at myself, because when I was traveling these last 2 weeks, I really hadn't touched the hook at all. I was so distracted by people, by, going here and going there. I'm not used to all of that activity. And then by the time I was done with the day, I was so tired, I couldn't even think about like picking up my hook, right? It was hard to pick up my hook. So, yeah, I'm so excited about this first panel, and then I have another one that I have to do to make the front and back. And so I'm excited about this. But yeah, and then, when we went anywhere, um, I would drive. So it wasn't supposed to be a long drive from North Carolina to Tennessee. It was supposed to only be a 4-hour drive. It was actually supposed to be a little less than that, but there was construction on I-40, and there was also not only construction, but oh, that cat is behind me again. Hello, kitty. Oh my goodness. But there was construction, but there was also one time there was an accident, and it took us on a detour. Hey, boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Here, let me do this. Can you see my boy? My boy's right here. Hey, boy. That's Dobby. So my buddy, my tuxedo cat is on the floor. My Rosie is on the floor. And my pug, Theo, is in probably with my mom and dad because he likes comfort. He's gotten so old, he can't really jump up onto the couch anymore. So we have dog beds on the floor in the living room and one in my dad's room. And then mom's bed has a trundle. So she'll pull out the bottom trundle of the bed, and that's where Theo sleeps. So, Catherine's saying hi to you. She's saying hi to you, Dub Dub. Yes, my good boy. Yes. You're such a good boy. He's such a good boy. He really is the gentlest cat, even though he's not a snuggler, but I'm working on him. I'm working on him letting me hold him like a baby, like with his belly up, because he loves it when I rub his belly. So that's not the problem. It's just the comfort, the control part of him, because he is very much a hunter. And yeah. A house we used to live in, it had the garage door didn't always go down quite right, and it left a little crack. And then I read somewhere where all a rat needs is like a 2-inch hole, and it can like squeeze its body through there. Well, the door from the house to the garage must have gotten left open, and that rat came in the house. And it was early in the morning, and like my husband was getting ready to go to work, and it was like right at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so I got up to hit the button on the coffee and everything. And I saw Dobby, and he was like an auto mechanic under the front part. He had pulled the front panel of the bottom of the dishwasher off and into the middle of the floor. Well, I thought, how did that get there? I didn't realize he did it, right? So I pushed it back up under, hooked it back in. Well, then when I came back in the room, it was off again, and Dobby was under the dishwasher like a mechanic, like an auto mechanic, with his head up under there, and his feet were out in the middle of the floor, and he was doing this, right? And I could hear this squeaking. Every time he would like claw, I would hear this squeaking, and I was like, oh no, what is that? And then out popped the tail of the rat, and I knew it was a rat. And Dobby was on it, on it. And he was not letting up. He wanted that rat so bad, and I wanted that rat to get out of the house so bad. I started screaming, hyperventilating. Um, it was just crazy. And so I went in the bedroom. I closed the door. I'm like telling my husband, "You gotta get it. You gotta get it." Well, my husband did get the rat, and but thankful to Dobby for pointing it out to us and actually catching it. He just couldn't pull it. It was up into the motor part. It was like desperate to get away from Dobby, and it was up into the motor part. And so anyway, my husband got it and took it outside. Forever to never be seen again, which is good because oh, nobody likes that. So he's a good hunter. He's a really good cat. But yeah. So I think after this row, I just have one more. I'm going to verify because I've been chatting with you and I could lose count so easy. And then we'll call it a day, and I will see you on Monday. And next week, we're going to just be celebrating Thanksgiving week. We're going to start sharing what we're thankful for. And I know what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for you for watching, for subscribing, for sharing, and just for being you. So let's see. I think I have one more row. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. Let me do that one more time. It looks like I have 2 more to do. I'm glad I counted, but let's see. Oh, yeah. No, I counted wrong. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 35. Okay. I thought I only had one more. All right. So one more row, and we will call this side done, this panel done. I have dog hair and cat hair and Barbara hair. I don't know who sheds more, the dogs, cats, or me. All right. right, we are down to the wire. We're almost done. I'm so excited to have this panel done. I really, I really was starting to feel down on myself that, I hadn't done more in the 2 weeks that we were traveling, but really there were just so many distractions, and I really wanted to be present with the people that I was with, and so I did even limit my time on the phone. The only time that I was really on the phone, and I have a Nintendo Switch. I left that at home because I knew that I wanted to concentrate on the people that were in front of me, and I didn't want any distractions. And so I left that at home, and then I would even like leave my phone in another room. And Shadow is a mouse catcher as well. Oh man. Oh man. That's good. That is good. You have a shadow. I have a shadow. And my shadow girl doesn't come out much because she actually doesn't care for the boy cats very much. The boy cats don't care. They're like, oh, it's you, whatever. But she's like, she's like, get away from me, you evil boy. she's feisty. Yeah. She doesn't want anything to do with those boy cats. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Anyway, my fingernail keeps snagging on this yarn. Look, I have this much left and the panel is done. Yay. I really do like this yarn. This is a good quality yarn. And oh, did you see the little short that Mikey from Crochet Crowd did about this company? It was about the pronunciation of Bernat yarn. He was like, it's not Bernay, it's not, don't get fancy with it, it's Bernat. And then this one, I was calling it Patons, but it's Patons. Patons. And then the other one was, what was the other one? Bernat, Patons, and I can't think of the third one. There was another one. And then he also started out with how to pronounce yarnspirations. He's like, it's just like inspiration, but with yarn. And I was like, well, I had gotten that one okay. I was pretty sure about the Bernat, but I wasn't 100%. Oh, Karen. He's like, people pronounce it Caron or Caron or something like that, but it's Karen, like the girl's name. So Karen Simply Soft. So I was pronouncing that correctly, but Peyton's was the hard one for me because I really wasn't sure. I had never heard that name before. I hadn't heard it pronounced. And so I wasn't sure if it was Patons or Peytons or, but yeah, he confirmed that it was Peyton's. So now I know. And I went on the Peyton's website or Yarnspirations website, and I looked at the Peyton's yarn. Hey, Catherine, you have, he likes to bring your rats into the house and play with them in front of you. Oh no, Catherine, no. Okay, you have to go back to work. All right, have a wonderful weekend, Catherine. And so they have some really lovely colors, and there's like some understated colors. Like this one right here is pale teal, and they still have that, but look at it. It's like, I don't know if it's coming through okay. Yeah, it is. Right here it is, because you can see the true green behind me now. But this is like a pale teal. It's understated. It's not like flashy. And they have quite a few understated colors that are the kind that, if you made an Afghan out of them, or if you made like a granny square Afghan out of them and just changed up the colors on each square, the order of each color and everything, how lovely. I mean, so pretty. And then if you did something like neutral between it, like a gray or a black or a white or a cream, it would be really good. Look, I just have a couple stitches left. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, only one. Yay, the last stitch. Bump, bump. And this one is done. Yay. Okay. That is so awesome. I am so glad to have this panel completed. Yay. So here we go. And I'm just going to bring it up, 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 up. So there you go. And this is really, really nice. It's going to be drapey and soft and just like a warm hug. And that's exactly what you need on a cool day. A nice warm hug sweater. So I hope that you have. I know, right? I finished one panel. Yay! Let's celebrate. Nikki, thanks for celebrating with me. And so anyway, I'm going to let you go. I hope that you have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I've got a surprise for you, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday. Hey, Connie, I'm just signing off, sister. I hope that you have a great day, and I can chat with you later. I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.